I usually have intros for my videos, but this one I just wanted to keep super raw. Today what I get to tackle for the brand is creating the website and just starting that. I know that I'm not going to finish it today, but at least starting that. And so I want to take you guys with me and explain to you the vibe, the aesthetic, the direction of the website, just so I can hopefully, show you what is going in behind the scenes of that. In these videos, I'm documenting, of course, for you guys in the entertainment aspect of that, maybe you can learn something too, which would be phenomenal. But it's also for me too to look back on and document the journey of all of this. I created a vision board for myself so I can reference it when I'm creating the website, but I think it'll be cool for you to also see that. If you continue to watch my videos, thank you so much. I really can't even tell you how much it means to me. But let's just dive into the video and show you what I've got in store for this website. So I think for this, what might make the most sense is if I just screen record my screen and then have you jump into that. So that's what we're gonna do now. Just so you can see exactly what I'm looking at here, and I'll just kind of walk through my thought process on it. So I figured we would just start with sort of just looking at the aesthetic and the direction that I want to take this. Like I was saying, the website, I want it to have a luxury feel, and we'll get into that a little bit and just kind of what I'm thinking. But for the most part, it's going to be minimalistic, very driven by my color palette and nature, if that makes sense. And I put together a mood board, so I think the direction might make a little bit more sense as we dive into that. But I thought this was really interesting just because I geek out about the branding. I'm a big branding guy, and so fonts and colors and aesthetics are all things that I really appreciate and really pay attention to, and just the way that you can kind of carve an aesthetic by a simple logo or a simple color palette. And so that is the direction for this. So we've got our core colors, and I'll talk a little bit more about those in a minute. But the branding for Eliora is super calm, if that makes sense. It's just, there's nothing loud in your face. I wanted to use really dull colors to kind of express the calmness that I hope the brand brings. And the flow of the cursive letter, the flow of the Eliora in cursive, I thought that it was just a perfect fit for the name of the brand. And the color pairings that I'm going to show you in a second, in my opinion, go really well with the direction of this. So Eliora, for those of you that don't know, essentially means to have faith. And for me, in the direction of this brand, a lot of the things leading up to the brand did exactly that for me. It forced me to have faith in a lot of ways and to improve my faith. And so I think that the name, with the way that it looks, with the colors, it all came together really well. And here are some of our core colors. And I'm deciding right now if I want to brand the website with black and white or go with the navy and cream. I'm leaning more towards black and white just for the neutralness of that. So that'll probably be the direction that I go. But I'm so drawn to navy and cream just because, like, if you watch my videos, you know that I consistently wear navies, creams, browns, stuff like that. And the navy is just, it's my favorite color. So selfishly, I want to use that the most, but I realize that not everyone loves navy as much as I do. So black and white will probably be the direction that we go here. And I have black and white logos and all of those assets, which I worked with a designer to create. And I think that was a huge thing for me. If you're someone who is in the process of creating a website or doing, maybe it's your own brand, maybe not necessarily clothing, but just something else, having a brand deck to go off of that, leads the direction of your brand was super helpful for me. And going back to that first slide, like, this was something that I worked with a designer to, I told him the vibes that I had for the brand and sort of the feel that I wanted to articulate. And he basically turned that into what you see here. A lot of back and forth, a lot of meetings, but nonetheless, we got here. And so I think that that's super helpful if you're someone who has a vision, but don't necessarily know how to put it to paper. That was super helpful for me. But there are our colors. This is what I really enjoy, and it's just the direction and feel of the brand. And hopefully this gives you a good idea of what we have in store. But for the most part, the brand it's a feeling brand. Like, I really want to capture feeling with this and just make the customers feel like they are a part of nature, a part of all the things that are feel-good things, whether that be blue water, a sunset, clouds, a lake, horses roaming in a field, stuff like that. Like that to me is capturing the total calmness and total aesthetic of the brand. And the colors that go into our pieces are going to be exactly that. So all of the colors here, whether that be a brown paired with a light blue, or a green paired with a black, or an orange paired with a green or something like that, different tones of brown. These are the color directions that I'm going to be using for the color palettes for the pieces, all derived from nature, all representing things found in nature. And I think that it's going to be captured in a lot of the photo shoots that we do for our pieces. It's really hard for me to articulate that vision, so hopefully this gives you a decent understanding of the direction of it. But essentially just picture like Eliora across this screen, and that's kind of, and we'll do it just because I want to see it now. That's sort of just like the aesthetic that I want to take this. So like if we were just do this, like this is just sort of, this pretty much describes where we want to go. So that is the feel for the website. That's the brand. That is what I want to capture, sort of display on the website. So now I'm pretty much going to be trying to put this into a website creation, which is going to be a little bit tough. I know that. But I'll share with you what I'm learning and what I'm going through as I'm doing that. And hopefully you're finding some entertainment in that. All right, so I've been working on the website now for about 3 hours or so. And I think we're in a good spot. So I want to show you kind of where we're at with the whole website, what the progress is, and just how it looks. So here's the main page so far, just super basic, and it fits really well with our mood board. Logo at the top. I just threw in this graphic here that I liked. It's the same one that I used on the password page. And then I changed all of these fonts to be our secondary font. But then if you click like shop, all of the fonts match here, which I thought was really cool. And then little things to me like this, how it is, I don't know if the camera can pick that up, but it's not bold, but it keeps the same font. I think was super sick. At the bottom, I linked the Instagram and my YouTube. So there we go. This is just a placeholder. I think this is going to be enough for now. The goal for me in the website for right now is just to be able to have a placeholder there. I also linked our domain to the website, which took a little bit, and uploading the fonts and making that all congruent. There's still a lot that I need to update with that, but for now, I think this is a good spot, and the website's actually in a pretty good place. So I'm really happy with how this turned out. If you made it this far in the video, you're a real one. And I am about to make a protein shake. I'm going to show you what goes into it. Powdered peanut butter right here, which is one of my favorite things to use in smoothies. We've got a plant-based protein powder, which I only really use plant-based protein. 1 whole banana, a little bit of milk right here. I use organic fat-free milk. This is the best milk in my opinion. That is pretty much the amount of ice, not a ton of ice. Banana goes in, peanut butter powder. I just eyeball it. The milk goes in next. And then I just do a splash of milk. I'll show you why in a second. I do the rest of water. And then for the protein powder, I do 1 scoop of this. Sometimes if I'm feeling crazy, I'll do 2 scoops, but lately that has been making me too full. So I'll just do 1 scoop of the protein powder. There's 20 grams of protein in this, I think. Yeah, 20 grams for 1 scoop, which is pretty good, 110 calories. And then what I'll do is I'll mix it up to about there with water. The lid on, a little shake, and then I'll save your ears, but this goes on the blender for about 30 seconds. Glass, protein, fill up to the top. There we go. I'm checking it now, but I just got tracking information on the hoodie and t-shirt samples that I have coming in. If there's something that I've learned just throughout my years of doing business, I know I said in the last video that I would have that video out hopefully by the end of this week for the samples, but it's taken a little bit longer to get those in than I would have liked. They told me about 7 days, which is still really fast. Now we're probably looking at 9 days to 10 days, which things always take a little bit longer than you think that they will, so that's okay. I'm going to show you guys all of the samples that I get back just so that you can see them. I don't know if they're going to be really good. They could be awesome, or they could be the opposite and be terrible. I don't really know. And that's sort of the fun part of getting samples in, just to review them, see how the quality is. The pieces that I sell for Eliora are going to be the highest quality pieces that I can source. And so if it comes in and it doesn't meet that standard that I have, then I'll just continue to look. But I've ordered, I think, at this point for t-shirts and hoodies, 2 from one supplier and then a t-shirt from another supplier, all really high GSM counts, which is just the thickness of the thread, essentially, that goes into the garments. But I'm gonna have those and I'm gonna show you them. So the next video will be that, hopefully. I think this is where we're gonna wrap up the video. For the rest of the day, I'm going to hit the gym, work on the website a little bit more, and just see if I can't finalize that or put that in a little bit more of a place of completion. But that's pretty much all for today. Thank you for your support. Thank you for watching the video. If you made it this far, definitely leave a comment and let me know what you thought of the video. Do all that YouTube stuff, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks again. See ya.